Joe Rogan knows everything.
Joe Rogan knows everything.
Joe Rogan knows everything. All day.
All night.
All day.
All night.
All day.
All night.
All day.
And all night.
Yo, wow. I just want to say, welcome to the podcast, man. This is like the 17th time you've been on my show. It's totally cool, dude. Theo James, I got a question I want to ask you.
Yes, I am Theo James. You can ask me anything, for I know everything to everything.
Well, I just want to ask you, this is the only question that you can answer personally, since you're a hip-hop connoisseur from 2015.
I've been connoisseuring my ass
or the
since
2020. 2020. Wow, that's amazing. It's amazing that someone would study hip-hop from 2020 and beyond. I just got to ask you, though, what do you think about Lamar Odom and Drake's beef, bro?
Well, for their beef, I think, you know the answer already because you know everything. But in my opinion,
I think that they should just squash the beef and play some basketball. You know, that's what Lamar Odom does. How come he's beefing with Drake? Tell us.
Well, in my opinion, as Theo James would always say, Lamar Odom did do a lot of drugs, and Drake is drugged out. So who will win?
Wow.
They might as well have a drug off and
Theo.
see which champion of champions shall have the biggest drug.
Wow, Theo, since I actually know it all, I'm going to tell you.
What is the real answer?
I think it's violence in video games. Have you seen those violent video games on YouTube? They're like totally violent, dude.
Well, you know the violence is already corrupting the young
Of course I
mind.
know. I'm Joe Rogan. I know everything.
But my concern is the young minds are watching the violence, and the violence is leading up to violence upon the streets.
All right, well,
of the young
everybody,
mind.
we got to take a quick commercial break. We'll be back with more Theo James. This is the Joe Rogan podcast. Joe Rogan knows everything.
And for I am Theo James.
Thank you.
Hey, Gunner,
What's that, Runner?
I think it's time for something that we call Monday.
Monday! Morning
Crack.
Yeah! Cheers, Runner!
Cheers, Gunner! And good Monday morning to everybody out there.
Good
What's up,
Monday
Maniacs?
morning. It is
Thank you
Monday.
for joining us.
The 13th.
It is the 13th of Monday.
Monday the 13th. Oh, shoot.
That
Don't
is
say
right.
that 3 times, dude. Don't do it.
Don't do
Audience,
it.
don't do it.
You don't want to get
If you're in your
cursed,
car
don't
right
curse
now,
yourself.
and you're on the road, and you're driving through the freeway to your job so you can work, make money for your family, do not
Don't
say Monday the 13th
because
3
you
times
do
in a
not
row.
want to be cursed. Everybody out there,
Instead,
it is
say
Monday,
the Runner and Gunner Video Game Podcast 3 times in a row.
May 1-3. And everybody, we just want you guys to be enjoying your Monday today. We want you guys to have a happy Monday
Yes,
and
we
a
do.
safe drive. And so we're just going to have a
We
little
hope your
crack for you and a little
mustaches are
drink for you.
trimmed.
Because, you know why? If you can't have a crack, we're going to have a crack
Sideburns
for
are
you.
clipped. We hope that your cheek
Your-
hairs are plucked.
And all you ladies, we hope your V-trims are trimmed.
Woo! It's feeling like summer. It's beginning to
It's been
look
a
lot
beautiful
like
Monday,
summer.
everybody.
Everybody, we want you to have a cup of coffee. We want you to chill. We want you to have a good day. We want you to have a good week. We want you to get to that Sunday. We want you to make that money. We want you to earn that bread. We want you to bring in that income. We want you to have those happy thoughts. We want you to be happy. We want you to stop cursing. We want you to look at truth. And we want you to be righteous.
And also, welcome to America's favorite podcast.
America's favorite podcast.
This is the Runner Gunner Show, the Runner Gunner Video Game Podcast. We are here for you guys, the working man
Thank you, you
and
maniacs.
the working woman. So everybody out there, we just want to show our appreciation and love, and we want you guys to have a safe drive wherever you are. Drive yourself safe. Don't hit that curb. Don't hit the honking horn too loud, because you know what's going to happen? People are just going to keep hitting the honking horn behind you, in front of you, and everywhere else around you. So everybody, just be safe wherever you're going. And then honk if you're horny also. So everybody, have a good old time, and welcome to the greatest show in the universe and on America's platform.
But no other show is better than this podcast. No other podcast is definitely not better than this podcast. As you heard, the Joe Rogan podcast. It seriously sounds like the little skit that you just heard.
Does it?
Because it's so boring.
I agree.
In fact, I like the skit better. I like the song in the beginning better. I like the theme song better.
I do too.
I liked their voices better. I think
those guys were cooler
to each other a little bit better.
I think those guys had more chemistry.
Oh yeah, those guys.
Amongst themselves. Yeah, they weren't them. Those two guys could have made a
Yes, we hope you had some bacon
show.
and eggs this morning, or at least a Pop-Tart.
Classical, like
hopefully
Beethoven and Mozart.
There's nothing better than chili killies for breakfast with some hash brown potatoes. Like, look you could have a chili killie and put it all in, it works like hash browns itself, but when you have the chili killie and you pour it on some hash browns, and you put some grounded beef on your chili killie, your day is going to be started correctly.
And do not forget that salsa and have your favorite drink with it. It might be horchata, it might be Heineken, it might be Champorado, it might be Patron, whatever it may be.
Bailey's whiskey.
Irish whiskey,
if you will.
Yeah, whatever you feel like sipping and drinking and having a good time with, whatever makes you pleasures your taste buds, and we're here for your earbuds. So the Run and Gun Show is here for your earbuds, and we're here to pleasure your eardrums and give you the information that's gonna pleasure your mind.
Look, you hear people cussing at you all day long on the radio, on the TV, and the media. Period. Cussing, fighting, yelling, screaming. But they're here at the Runner and Gunner Show. We're like eliminating all that because we're here in harmony, in homeostasis with you. And we're growing, and at the same time, there's like a greenhouse effect where the humidity in the air is making us stronger from the inside out.
It just grows us like a plant from the ground, and that's what we're doing. We're not from the ground. We're already a plant that's growing in the air, and you can see it from outer space. This big old plant is planted inside your brains, and it's called the Monday Morning Video Game Podcast, and that's what we are. The Run and Gunner Show is the greatest show on earth, and America loves us.
America loves us. We're America's Monday morning cup of coffee.
We're their cup of coffee, and you know what? We're actually England's cup of tea as well.
Yeah, we are. And we're actually China's tobacco cigarettes.
And we are Germany's sausage.
And we're also
with
Mexico's chilaquiles on hash browns.
With chorizo.
I'll be the chilaquiles, Runners the hash browns, or whatever.
I give the chorizo to them.
Especially the Latinas. Everybody, we want you to start your Monday morning differently. We want you to start it. Can I play this for the metalheads out there?
Let them know. Of course you can.
We want you. Listen here, brother. We want you to start your Monday morning shedding that skin. All that stuff that you did in the past, that's over, man. You're going to be a new guy now. And when you become this new guy that you're trying to become and try to create this industry within yourself, then you're going to realize that you always had it within yourself. You are the light, brother. Anybody out there?
To see the light, you must be the light. And to be the light, you will see the light, brothers. So you gotta follow the Runner Gunner Video Game Podcast in order to see that light.
One shot for Runner, one shot for Gunner. That's right. All the Hulkamaniacs, all the Runner and Gunner maniacs out there better recognize. All you Beatlemaniacs, Hulkamaniacs, Runner and Gunner maniacs better know that this is the new show. That we do things differently because we do it with a purpose. And that purpose is changing your minds from being stupid to being loving. Just like that.
With passion, with performance, with education, and with the greatest minds combined to lead you the right direction. And that's what we're doing here on the Runner Gunner Video Game Podcast. We're just trying to help these Lennies to know that love is pure, love is real, and love is here.
Take a deep breath, everybody. Have some understanding in your hearts. Have some forgiveness. Have some wisdom. Be righteous. Be just. Be justified. Remember, nobody's better than you.
Nobody.
You are the light. You have God's grace inside of you.
Woo!
You have God's wisdom.
Ooh.
Think about something good. If you want to make more money, then help more people.
Yes. Yeah, and help yourselves too as well. Just to move forward, we just got to move forward in the exact direction what we are going.
Yeah.
We're stepping on golden steps and made of the pavement is gold, just like it's real in California. It has never been a myth. Yes, the streets are paved gold, and yes, we are walking those streets every day. So what do we do as we walk those streets every day?
They
the
still
golden
are.
pavement.
They're still paved gold.
What we're doing is creating dopeness for you guys, and we're sending you guys this information from the golden streets, from the golden state every day.
From the
even
golden
though
era.
the earth may shake,
This
but
is
it
the
doesn't
new
matter.
golden era.
Even if the earth shakes, you know what that just means? We're shaking up new ideas and shaping up new ideas
Yeah,
for you guys to
they're
know
dancing.
at the Run and Gunner Show.
The Run and Gunner Video Game Podcast. Check us out on Instagram. We got an Instagram. The conversation's there. We're having a conversation. You're still not following us. It's starting to piss us off.
It really is.
Freaking follow us on Instagram.
Freaking bastard.
And follow us on
Crapheads.
YouTube, too. What's going on? You follow all the stupidest idiots
Caca-face,
on earth,
piss-face, caca
but you're not going
man.
to follow these stupid idiots? Like, come on.
Yeah, why do you follow the effers who F and F
They
and
cuss
F?
at you. They lie to you. They slander. They tell you tricks so that you can buy their stupid product.
Yeah.
Our product's free.
Free, and all we do is say the truth. And we don't lie to you. We don't slander.
No one's paying us.
We just give
No
you
one's getting
the
paid.
reality of the world.
I'll tell you what's up. I know what it is. You think that we're talking condescending to you, and we are.
Also known as garbage.
But you watch porn.
Also known as
Garbage.
nakedness.
You watch Dave Chappelle and Bill Burr and Bill Maher and Bill Cummington and
Bill
Jimmy
Clinton,
Fallon
Youngest.
and Jimmy Pecker and Peckerhood Daily, and you're saying we're condescending? Like, stop being a stupid idiot, all right?
Yes.
You're-
Do not Real Rosby your
You're
drinks.
humiliating yourself, and not for the better. You're not humbling yourself. You're just humiliating yourself.
Remember,
you might as well
if
pull
you're
down
going to
your
be a
pants.
Masterson, then you might as well pull down your pants
You might as well pull down your pants
and dip it in some hot lava.
and show everybody that you're an idiot. Because look at the same reason you hate us, and then you go around, you turn us off, and you put on some things that cuss at you
Ridiculously.
and are evil, and they're demonic, and they're like have demonic forces in them,
Inconspicuously.
and then you become angry, and maybe that's what you're after. You want to become angry. Well, we can make you angry too. Watch this. I hate PlayStation. I wish PlayStation never existed.
I hate Xbox. I wish Xbox One would be demolished.
Nintendo Switch alone is a better system than all the PlayStation games, all the PlayStation consoles, all the Xbox consoles combined. Even it's better than PC.
Every
See?
console sucks, and you guys suck too.
See, we could
What?
make you angry too if that's you. Oh, you want to listen to death? Michael Jackson said to his doctor, "Hey, dude, if you don't give me the drugs, I'm gonna sue you and I'm gonna take you for all you got." And so his doctor came back with those cancer-fighting painkillers and injected him until he died at 50 years old.
Well, I don't know about white peepees, but I do know that wives are good for the males who are married out there
Runner,
and playing
Runner,
video
they-
games
they wanna
and
listen to
getting
murder
down
stories.
on video
They
games.
want the Lennies out there, right, Lennies? You want to listen to murder
Wait,
stories?
are you telling me
Runner,
that-
tell them your murder stories about Tupac.
A long time ago, there was a guy named Tupac. Tupac used to run around with 3-pack and 4-pack. No, all right, the truth is, Tupac did die on the freaking boulevard where he had tons of witnesses. And you know what? There's about 150 people that know who shot him, and the guy who shot him, rest his soul, is already gone too, and Tupac is gone too. So that's the real murder story. We love Tupac, and we still bump his stuff. I love Tupac, and he lives in my heart. But at the same time, let's get over it, people. Because it is a murder mystery to the rest of the world that doesn't know a dang thing.
Spooky. See? Runner and Gunner could talk spooky. We could make you angry. We could talk spooky. Like, what do you want to do? What do you listen to podcasts for? We got it. Anything you listen to a podcast for, we do it better. Well, nobody does it better than us.
They cannot even compete. Everybody else, we're already leagues ahead. We're beyond the major leagues. They're in the minor leagues. They're in farm leagues.
So
They're
how come you're hating on
far
us?
leagues. But hey,
we're only doing what your heroes do. We just do it better. Or no, wait, we do it differently. But nobody does it better than us.
We do it kind of tidy.
Listen, Lennies, things are changing. And if you're not there, you're going to get left behind. Runner's about to change right now.
Oh, man.
What's that you got there, Runner?
I don't even want to tell everybody on.
Can I take a look at that real quick?
Ooh, smell it? It smells like straight up rubbing alcohol. It smells like rubbing alcohol, but...
All right, this is called Ye Old Smoky. It is moonshine.
It smells like honey water. Oh, you took a sip of it. All right. What do you think? Take another sip. Help me out, because I don't want to drink all that anyway. It's a big old sip.
Oh, boy. It feels like scorching hot summer in my mouth.
Can you please take one more sip and actually give us the full review of what it really tastes like? Because you took a baby sip, so take like at least...
I can tell you right now that it tastes straight like rubbing alcohol. Well, let me take that second sip to
let's just
confirm
the confirmation on
my
sip.
guesses.
All right, here we go. 1, 2, 5, 8. And doesn't it taste great? It tastes like doo-doo. It's okay. Thank you, Gunner. All right, so we actually just reviewed Old Smoky.
Talk about changes. The show's about to change
Moonshine.
right now after I took that.
It sure is.
Ooh, on top of Old Smoky, all covered with cheese and mashed potatoes.
Man, this does smell like
and
rubbing alcohol, right?
broccoli.
It really does. It smells like fucking.
Woo!
This should.
My toenails have grew 4 on them.
Yeah, foreign, exactly.
4 on them.
Uh,
I like tacos with a little pork. They're called carnitas.
well,
Put some onions and cilantro on those carnitas, por favor.
and I will take this shot for carnitas and por favor.
Oh man, it was the shot that made me say that. Everybody, what are we talking about? This is the Nintendo Switch episode where we talk about the successor for Nintendo Switch and what's to come in the Nintendo Switch world and what's not to come in the Nintendo Switch world according to the truth and all that we know. Not according to IGN or some little hacker found on some software that he hacked on the Nintendo. Oh, look at this, is going to be magnetic profiles. I hacked it. Just like Red Dead Redemption 2 was coming out for Nintendo Switch, and it turned out to be Red Dead Redemption 1. Like, give me a break, hackers. You don't know nothing, and neither do we. Nobody knows nothing. But there is one thing that we do know, and that is a tweet that went out on May 9th.
Big old tweet. This is the huge one.
This is the huge one, like 2015 huge.
The actual president.
Furukawa.
The president of the whole world. Like the president of the world of Nintendo Switch. But he is the president of the world of Nintendo Switch. But you know what he is? He is the creator. He is the generator. He is the energy that keeps you going. He eats shrooms with tacos.
Furukawa.
So here we go.
Shuntaro Furukawa.
And
that is his name. But before we get into that, we're going to talk about a little fisherman that we like to call
Willie.
Ariane Kurtage.
Oh, okay.
Ariane Kurtage, the fisherman who charges 1 megabyte per fish.
Okay, hold on. Wait, didn't you go fishing with him? I thought, well, you told me the story that you went fishing with him.
Well, I went fishing with him, but by fishing, we went picking up chicks.
Wait a minute. Where, you got to give me some details, because you told me the details, but you didn't tell the audience the actual details about how these fish went and where and when and...
Fisherman Kurtage and myself were out. We were taking a walk. He asked me if I wanted to take a walk. After he bought me some Nike shoes
Guacamole.
for hooking him up with the ladies.
Of course he did.
But after he hooked up with that lady and he paid me with the shoes, Kurtage the fisherman asked me if I wanted to go catch his next batch of fish, which I politely agreed to. And when some,
You agreed to catch Kurtaj's fish with him?
Yeah, I agreed to catch fish with Kurtaj.
Whoa.
And we went to the pier. We went all the way down. The mother lover himself.
Yes.
Must have caught like 50 fish.
That's it.
Kurtaj the fisherman.
50 only? Only?
And
that's amazing.
When people started asking him if they could buy the fish, because they were good, they were too good tasting. He charged them 150 megabytes for fish. And they were giving him chips, and he put his chips in his computer. I don't know if it was Bitcoin, I don't know if it was memory, I don't know what it was.
So you're saying he's charging them megabytes?
Yeah.
150 for one catch. So say if you caught 2 catches.
Well, there were sharks.
You're paying,
some of them were sharks.
What? So sharks are charging 500, and catfish is 150.
No, they were about so about 500 megabytes.
So we're talking about like you caught about 250,000 megabytes with this guy Kurtaj. How did you do it? I mean, how did you break the record of megabytes, and what did he do in the long run using these megabytes? Because I don't even know how he used those megabytes.
I actually don't know how he used those megabytes, but he was transferring them into something that he wanted. That's all I know, is that he was definitely transferring them into something that he wanted. I think he was storing information on other people's computers, and according to the megabytes that he purchased.
So you went fishing with Kershaw, the pitcher from the Dodgers. Oh, wait a minute. What? What?
Fisherman Kurtaj.
Kershaw?
Yeah, whatever.
Who? But wait, okay. I'm
the
confused.
Fisherman.
Now,
I went fishing with the fisherman.
Oh, okay.
I hooked him up with some chicks, because he's a nerd. He don't have social skills. So I hooked him up with the ladies, and he took me fishing. And when he caught about 50 giant, good-tasting fish, he started charging people megabytes to purchase them off of him.
Okay. Now I get it. All right. Now I get it.
All right. Anyway.
It took a while, but I'm registering it somewhat. So wait a minute. No, okay.
Anyways, that is a whole lot different than Shuntaro Furukawa, who just announced this. Hold on. Can we play the song? Hey, producers.
Get Frankie. On. Hey, jump on it, Frankie.
Man,
come on.
Dog.
What you doing? Yo. Get up on it.
Frankie and Marky.
Right, freaking Marky.
Here we go.
Are you going to play it or not? Oh, there we go. That's the one. Thanks, guys. That's exactly what we're feeling.
Everybody out there, have a Monday morning cheers for us.
Monday morning
cheers. Drink your coffee. Cheers your coffee. Have a sip. You're drinking water. Take a sip of your coffee. Stay hydrated. It's going to be a good Monday morning, everybody. Listen to some Jimi Hendrix while we take a sip ourselves.
All right, everybody.
Cheers, runner.
Cheers, Gunner. Yep.
All right, everybody.
Let's get back to that good old Switch conversation that we were talking about. I mean, you said that you got this post, and he sent it directly to Gunner, and I don't know how Gunner got a hold of this freaking post. It was so crazy.
I looked for it, and let me tell you.
Wait a minute, I thought he sent it directly to your account.
He didn't. It was on Twitter. But let me tell you this: everybody that you know is everybody that you follow on Instagram with their speculations about the Nintendo Switch, or the controllers that they're gonna have, or when it's coming out, is a complete lie. They're not showing you.
Switch 2 does not exist? Because you know what? I was following everybody, and I just thought that everything that the Switch 2 said was true.
You know what's so dumb is, like, you listen to everyone on social media, but then when Runner and Gunner comes with the facts, you don't listen to us.
Not at all.
Like, that's rude, dude. When you're out there and you listen to everyone, and like anyone who comes up to you, you go ahead and follow their instruction.
Don't do it.
But then when the Runner and Gunner come up to you, and then you cuss us out and say that we're lying,
that's not lying. Rude. We're just telling the truth. We're just trying
just because you don't know
lay down the facts for you guys.
We came out of the blue.
Yeah. Yep.
So, who cares? The point is that we're telling the truth. And you're trying to tell us we're liars, but then you're believing in liars and calling them the truth, and then it turns out that they're lying, and then you're like, well, I knew it all along. No, you didn't know it all along. The Runner and Gunner podcast knew it all along.
The Runner and Gunner Videogame podcast knows it from the start. We knew from the jump that they were all
We
just
knew from the
lying.
jump.
It was just a bunch of
Because
freaking lies, and Switch was already an accomplished console. It was in third place, you know what I mean? Of all time? Of all time.
Remember when Switch was in fourth place?
Yeah,
when
I
it
do.
came out? Dang, they didn't even give it a chance. You Lenny's ripped it up, didn't even give it a chance. But much like the Runner and Gunner show, we don't like you, Lenny's. And we didn't care about what you say about us. We were going to win humbly and thank you afterwards for competing.
Yeah. Nice try, suckers.
Because that's how a gentleman wins. He wins, doesn't smile, doesn't celebrate, says thank you, goes home,
shakes the other man's hand and says,
closes the door
goodbye,
to his
loser.
bedroom with his wife, and that's all you know.
And makes some kids, and
they come out,
has a couple seeds later.
His wife's happy, and they eat breakfast.
Right.
And that's what the Nintendo Switch is doing to y'all, because you keep undermining this piece of hardware for no reason. There's no reason for you to be undermining. That's like a midget winning The Rock for the World Championship. Like, dude, if a midget won The Rock, all credibility to The Rock would be diminished.
Done.
It'd be done.
It'd be over. No more Rock.
How do you sleep at night,
his
Lenny?
Movies,
Believing in lies.
Everything would be done.
It must be a sad existence when all you do is you have your ear tuned to lies, and that's what you believe.
Lies, believing the lies, lies on top of lies.
How's this for a lie? Nintendo Co. Ltd. on Twitter, or formerly known as Twitter, now it's called X by Elon Musk.
X.
On May 6th, just this last month, 2024, Shuntaro Furukawa posted this. And this is the only information that we have acknowledging a next step in the Nintendo.
You see, this is the only positive information that we have that actually confirms that the Switch 2 does not exist.
Everything
so
else
Gunner's
is
gonna tell you
speculation.
guys the real truth about what is really going on, and all the rumors and all this BS talk about Switch 2 is coming alive and it's
Red
gonna
Dead
really
Redemption
happen.
2 being on the Switch, and Grand Theft Auto 5 being on the Nintendo Switch, and the magnetic controllers for the Nintendo Switch, and Nintendo Switch is not better than the PlayStation, and it won't ever sell, and nobody likes it because it's not powerful.
And that's what they're all gonna say.
Just like you hate us until everybody else loved us, and then all of a sudden you
were
acknowledge
gonna
us.
say that you were the first one to listen to us.
Yeah,
but it's not even true.
It's not even true. And
Our real maniacs know what's going on.
The real maniacs,
shout
brother.
out to the maniacs.
We love you guys. Post that
so
we're
let's
talking
let them
about.
know. This one's for the maniacs and the Lennies too. Lennies, listen up closely. Maniacs, you guys already know the truth. So tell them, Gunner, why in the heck is the Switch the best console of all time? Well, the best handheld console by far. It surpassed all of its successors below because it is the best one, and there's nothing even close to it. And it's the truth. And we know that. Lennies know that. Maniacs know that. But now, let's just lay down the facts. Gunner, tell them what's up.
All right, I got this right here. Here we go, everybody. This is Furukawa, president of Nintendo. We will make an announcement about the successor to Nintendo Switch within this fiscal year, before March 2025.
See, there we go.
It will have been over 9 years since we announced the existence of Nintendo Switch back in March of 2015.
March 2015.
We will be holding a Nintendo Direct this June regarding the Nintendo Switch software lineup for the later half of 2024.
Right.
But please be aware.
Be aware.
Be aware, IGN. This goes double for you. That there will be no mention of the Nintendo Switch successor during that presentation.
None. Did you hear what he just said?
Did you hear what he said?
No successor mentioned during the presentation, and that has He was just predicting what is going to happen. That is already going to happen. And we are not even on the date of when this is supposed to be released.
We're not.
But at the same time, the speech has been released, and we know that the Switch 2 is not going to happen. So all you ladies out there, Maniacs, I'm so sorry to say, Switch 2 is not happening.
Oh, and
not happening.
And for all you Lennies who can't read, let me say it again. We will make an announcement about the successor to Nintendo Switch within the fiscal year.
See, Sucesor, it might be Switch 2 actually. They might want to call it that. But right now, as we know it, there is no Switch 2. It's going to be the Successor.
Yes.
Successor means that it's going to be something greater.
Yes.
It might even be just a console on its own. It might be just the greatest console of all time.
For all speculation purposes, it might be called the Nintendo Switch Part 2.
It might be, but it actually might be the greatest console of all time without any... You know what I love about Switch is that they're never going to go and bow down to the disc format, because the disc format is the easiest format to get scratched.
Oh, I hate the disc format.
Scratch.
The graphics, it's not even that. It's the memory that it could hold. It could only hold such a capacity because it's plastic.
Low capacity and
low capacity. Oh, we got it on Bluetooth, dude. I don't care. You might as well call it black tooth or brown tooth because it's garbage.
And it's scratch.
I speculate that the Nintendo Switch is going to be full data.
Full data would be the awesomest thing that, internal storage. The only thing the Switch problem has is that it only has 25 gigabytes internal storage. And that's
what's that?
A thing that I want to change.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so Frankie, our producer.
Oh, shoot. Oh, man. Go ahead and announce it.
Speculating that this thing is going to have over 600 gigabytes of data internally. And that's before memory cards.
Then there it is. There it is, people.
What's that? Oh, Marky,
our
other producer,
so wait a minute.
Is speculating that it's going to have a built-in lighter so you could light your doobie.
Yeah. And with the doobie lighter one, you get a 1 terabyte card inserted into it. So
and
if you get the lighter version,
free Mexican chick.
Well, that's at launch. At launch,
we play. Anyways, everybody, we're just wondering what the Nintendo Switch is up to. That's all. And so everybody who's talking about the Nintendo Switch 2 is lying to you. Like, that's the point.
Yeah.
There's been no news. There's been no information about anything. I know we want something better than Nintendo Switch, but like it's still making headways, It is. It's still doing things. Like they just started putting PlayStation 4 games on the Nintendo Switch, whereas back in 2017 when it came out, everyone was like, it won't ever hold a PlayStation 4 game.
Or an Xbox One game. Yeah, they were. Everybody said
it's not enough. It's not powerful enough.
It's not powerful enough
to run a PlayStation 4 game.
And the fan is so
Grounded,
little.
And we got Arkham Asylum.
We do.
And those are PlayStation 4 games. So, Lenny's, what are you talking? Oh, you're misinformed. That's all right. That's why you're listening to the Runner and Gunner Video Game
Podcast. Because we are going to inform you guys. We're here for information, and we're here to gain knowledge from you guys as well. But we're here to gain, express our knowledge to your brains and give you guys the same knowledge to keep you sane. Because you know what? You guys said at the beginning that we don't have the knowledge to express that the Switch is the lowest console of all time. And we said, no, it's not.
It's not.
They said, yes, it is, because the PS5 and the Xbox 25 and the freaking iPhone 58 is way greater than the freaking Nintendo Switch.
You're right. They did say that. They did say the phones were better than the Nintendo Switch when it came out. You're correct, Runner.
Yeah.
Remember that? They were saying the droids were better than the Nintendo Switch.
They were.
When it first came out. Of course, droids are $1,000. A new one comes out every year, and they don't make half as many sales.
So what is the real outcome of it all is they don't know that the Switch is the one that's going to take over eventually. But not right now, but eventually it's going to take over because it's going to be the greatest handheld. It is already the greatest handheld console of all time. And everybody knows that. And they still try to deny it. Lenny's
and it's
still try to deny it.
Bogues dunking on Shaquille O'Neal.
And it probably couldn't happen if Muggsy Bogues had
Finesse? Or what the Nintendo Switch has?
if he could jump 10 feet higher. But yes, he was finesseful and he could probably do it. But at the same time, the Switch is actually the greatest handheld console of all time, and there's no denying it.
It is the greatest handheld console of all time.
It's undeniable,
And I would actually go as
the
far
best
as
thing
say
ever. And
it's right under the Nintendo 64 to me.
But everybody forgets that during this thing we had big time back in 2020 called a pandemic, what was selling out every freaking store in the world? It was called Nintendo Switch. It was the biggest console in the world, and not PS4, and PS5 was not invented yet, but it wasn't PS4, and it wasn't freaking any other console. It was just Switch. Switch was outselling everything, and now when PS5 came out, people were like, okay, whatever. You know, I don't really care about PS5 anymore because I already have a Switch. So what am I going to do with the Switch?
Play it.
Play it and freaking beat every game that is possible, that plays just like PS4, that plays like Xbox One, that plays like
and
every
we said on
console
the YouTube
close.
rendition, like, look it. You want a more powerful PlayStation? Well, look it, dude. The game developers nowadays can't even develop a game. They're not even capable of developing games as powerful as the PlayStation 5. So what is the purpose of a more powerful system? You want a more powerful Nintendo Switch. I get that. So let's say the next Nintendo's got 10K graphics, 1080p, 500 megabytes data.
Yeah.
It's the ultimate, HD, super 10K, whatever.
You're right,
the
you're
most
right.
powerful system ever.
Of all time, yeah, they can't even compare.
The game developers can't even design games for that. They can't even design games for the PlayStation 5.
You're
Why
right.
are we going to put out a more powerful system when game developers are still barely reaching Nintendo 64?
Okay, you know what I think? I think the game developers are still stuck in a mode which I like to call a movie mode, which is cinematic
You're
freaking
right.
pictures,
They're
and
stuck
they're
in a
more
movie mode.
focused on the cinematic mode than the actual graphics and the gameplay and the physics of video games
sorry, that
at
makes me
this
so
moment.
angry.
And that is the actual
a
truth, and that
gamer,
is what's going on
that makes
with
me angry.
every console. It's not PC, it's not just Xbox 25, it's not just PS 28, and it's not even Switch 159. It is every console that you seem to play. All of the freaking developers are stuck on story mode, and they just think that developing the story mode is
It's like
going
you
to
could have AI
create
make your game.
everything
Maybe
better
they
than
can make
everything.
a better game than you could ever think of. Because what you're doing isn't that good, so maybe
Yes.
if you gave it to the AI and the AI wasn't that good, I bet it'd still be a lot better than what you're doing now.
And that's what the problem is.
Just give the AI the
that is not-
development. If that's how you're gonna go, you just want to make money, well then just give it to the AI will make you money.
You see,
and we'll still
but
get a better game.
What are we paying these developers for? What
are we paying
what
them for?
Are we paying them for? Exactly. That's
tell you right now.
That's a big question mark.
We don't know. We don't know.
We know
bleeding
they're
money
screwing
like
up.
Charlie Sheen.
Yes, and they're getting paid to make some stupid storyline instead of actually making the graphics better, the gameplay
mechanics better,
and the mechanics
physics
better,
better,
and the physics,
The movement,
everything.
the 3D element, the physicality.
So why are you spending
and that's
35,
what,
45 gigabytes on some
that's what Grand
stupid
Theft Auto 6
stories?
is going to be. Grand Theft Auto 6, more violence, more sex, less gameplay. Everything you wanted, Lenny's. More storyline with sex and violence, but no gameplay. The same gameplay as was in San Andreas,
You
but
see,
not as good.
But is this going to keep on developing throughout time? Or is it going to
gonna
eventually stop one day and just
Indie
become...
game designers.
Will the indie game
rule the
designers
future.
take over?
Yes.
That's the new question.
They will.
But wait a minute. We can't talk about that because that's next week on
That's
the Run
next
Runner
week.
Video
Indie
Game
desi-
Contest. Yeah.
Indie. What?
Yeah.
Ha.
Indie.
Indie game developers.
Hiya, hiya. Okay.
Hey, what's the matter with your head? Yeah, come and get me all love. Yes, everybody, that's next week. We gotta end, but we have so much more to talk about. We're gonna talk about Nintendo Switch again. Maybe not next week, but we got to get back into this because
it's a deep subject, and we got so much more to say about everything that we just talked about. Because we're only, just breaking the ice, just shivering the crust, just getting barely started on what we're actually talking about. But everybody out there, we love you guys. We don't want you guys to worry about a dang thing. We just want you guys to get home safe, or go to work safe, or go wherever you are driving to safely. Yes, everybody. We got to go. We love you. We want to tell you God bless you. But you know what? We got to go. We got to go. This is the half an hour episode. We're trying to get to half an hour because we got a promotion on YouTube where follow us and like us, and we'll talk to you. We'll conversate with you. We'll start a conversation about this. Let's get into the debate. Nintendo Switch Sucesor. Let's not even call it Nintendo Switch Part 2. Successor. Let's stop with the speculations. Let's just call it the Successor. You're right. We got to call it the Successor. Because if your speculations are what you want to see in Nintendo Switch, then announce that. Say, I want to see in Nintendo Switch VR, or I want to see in Nintendo Switch 500 megabyte. Right. Don't speculate, though. Don't say, we found a hacker who said that there's going to be 500 megabytes. Don't do that, because you're lying. You're a liar when you do that. So everybody out there, what we're saying is just stop the speculation. Stop. Read into the facts. And just know that when it happens, it's going to be amazing, everybody. Yeah, we're going to have, it's not going to be, I don't know. We don't know what it's going to be called. We don't know if it's going to be called Switch 2, Switch 10. We don't know what the heck it's going to be called. Just look at all the iPhones. Look at all the smartphones. Look at all the dumb phones. Look at all the dumbos. The Obama phones. Everything. Yeah, exactly. Look at all the Joe Biden stuff. Everybody out there, we got to end the show. But before we go, we want to, first of all, tell you to listen to us every Monday morning on Spotify and YouTube. We also want to tell you that we are America's favorite podcast. We are America's favorite podcast. We also want to thank all you maniacs who all are our maniacs out there. We love you, and all guys. You new maniacs who are just getting into the show. We are welcome, maniacs. The counterculture to what's going down in entertainment today. We'll always be the counterculture, and when we run out of ideas, we'll hire new us's to continue those ideas. We're here. We're trying to show. Just remember, when we hire the new guys, they will not be the original runner gunners, but they could be the replacement runner gunners. But what we're saying is that we got concerts coming, everybody. We got some things going, live entertainment, live music. We are going to show you what the good music is, as well as we'll have some DJs who know some of your hip stuff, too. I love dancing to some new modern music. Get down with it. You can't really jam to rock and roll on the dance floor. Or unless you can. We'll see. We'll mix it up. But everybody, we got to go. It's the Runner Gunner Video Game Podcast. Go ahead and Google us. Watch us every Monday morning. Like we said, on follow Spotify. Us. Don't be a freaking weirdo and follow a bunch of porn stars, but you're not going to follow the Runner Gunner show. And this is the YouTube rendition edition of the Runner Gunner Video Game Podcast. And we want you guys to know that if you can have a great Monday, then you can have a great life. All right, everybody, if you go ahead, if you like and follow us on Spotify and YouTube, if you like and follow us and share us with your friends, then you will be blessed all week long with some supernatural luck. Halo on your head, suckers. I mean, I don't guarantee it, but I could almost guarantee it. Not quite. But anyways, way to go. But before we go, it's the favorite part of the podcast. Wait, Gunner. Are you talking about the best part, show? The best part of the podcast. Oh, man. Everyone's favorite part of the podcast. That we love to call. NBA playoffs are in full effect, everybody. We know what's going on. The finals are so close. They're just around the corner. We can taste it. And the Nuggets are still doing good. The Pacers are getting pace on the Knicks. Who's going to go? Will the Celtics make it? Who's going to make it? Who do you guys prefer? We are going to know towards the end of the season.
We are going to know.
In the MLB. We know that Ohtani is still the master, the leader, the best guy. And nobody else is even close to him. The Dodgers are doing not as what they are expected to do, but they're still in first place, and they're still going to make the playoffs and possibly win the World Series. The Angels are struggling. Lakers and Clippers might get some good draft picks in the later times, and the Raiders got the best tight end in the draft pick this season from college. But what's going on in the world of entertainment?
Well, absolutely nothing, because the strike has left Hollywood a desolate, desolate land. However, video games are popping. As we mentioned, Prince of Persia is one of Runner and Gunner's Game of the Month.
Runner and Gunner, I love that game.
Also,
Me too.
Princess Peach Showbiz is also another one of those games. I also just purchased Zombie Wood. I don't know, it's kind of a top above shoot 'em up game. Super cool.
Sound like a good one.
Everybody, you should get down on it.
Check it out.
You know, it doesn't cost too much money. Also, WWE 2K4, all the video games that are down are already out. There's not any more coming out this summer, but Nintendo Switch, as we've been talking about, has the announcement that the Nintendo Switch
2
Sucesor is coming out, which is not yet titled Nintendo Switch 2. Do we even know it's going to be hybrid? Well,
we don't know what it's
going to be. We talked about it. You heard the
actually.
show. You know what's up. I do got some sports news, as a matter of fact.
News.
Gunning it down with NHL. Bruins fall to the Panthers.
Again, man.
They shouldn't have.
Oh, I got some news also. Now, everybody, Fallout is free. Fallout 3 is free on PC because of the series. So they're letting Fallout 3 free. Get it while you can get it. I don't know if Fallout New Vegas is free, but I know that Fallout 3 is free out there. So for all you people that haven't played Fallout 3, get your butts on your computers and download it free. It's a classic game. It's one of the greatest games, actually, in my opinion. It's pretty badass. So get out there and download it as you can and as you will.
Everybody, AJ Smith, the winningest GM in Chargers history.
Chargers?
Dies at 75.
Oh, rest his soul. That's a sad news.
Oh, you know who else died?
Hey.
The dude from Channel 5 News. He died too.
Yeah, Rubens.
Ruben.
Rest his soul. Yeah, he was a good guy. He's an entertainment guy. He was always doing things for the right and the good purpose, and just trying to entertain us.
He was the nice one.
With his thing. So he's an alright guy, and he's a stand-up guy, but rest his soul.
Rest his soul. Nuggets and T-Wolves. Nuggets win.
Again
Is
this
it a
weekend.
big surprise? Is it any wonder?
Not really, but it's still, the series is tight, so we don't know what's going to happen. Hopefully, I don't know, whoever you're going for, it's going to be a good one. What about Mike Tyson and Jake Paul?
Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, what do you think about that? Runner? I think it's fixed. I think it's fixed.
I think
great entertainment, though.
It's going to be great entertainment. That's what I'm going to say.
Great entertainment.
It's going to be great entertainment and a great fight.
I really think it's going to be some great entertainment. I'm not even lying. I know it might be fixed, you know, old man Mike Tyson. You know, like, does he even have it in him?
The young guy, but Chris...
Probably one or two, but he's Chris.
Jake Paul is
crispy, young.
He's a young guy, but he doesn't have any... I don't think he has the professionalism. He didn't grow up to be a boxer like Mike Tyson did. So it's going to be the old GOAT versus the new kid.
He hasn't ever hit as hard as Mike Tyson has hit ever in his entire life.
Not even one shot.
Jake Paul doesn't hit that hard.
He doesn't hit that hard?
He hits hard, don't get me wrong. If he socked you, Lenny's, you'd be out for a week.
And his pee-pee shrank from steroids.
Aye.
For everybody else out there.
That's why he talks like this. That's why he doesn't talk. He lets his brother talk.
And that's why he's going to go to the line to fight. So everybody, what do you think is going to happen with that fight? Do you guys have any interest in the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight, which is scheduled to happen next month or July? One of those two next months upcoming, depending on the delays, depending on the money. If the money's right, it's happening. It's already scheduled. So let's see what happens. I don't know. In my opinion, Mike Tyson will knock him out in the third round.
In my opinion, it's going to be fixed. There's not going to be a knockout. There's
saying there's going to be a lot of hugging and dancing.
There's going to be a lot of fun socks. That's what I think. There's going to be a lot of fun socks, fun misses. I bet there's going to be a ton of very fun misses.
See, but what if Jake Paul pisses off Mike Tyson with one of those hard hits.
I think Mike
and
Tyson's
then is he
too
going to
old.
go at him?
I think he's too
He
old.
might be too old. Grandpa Tyson?
You know, he's training. He's training every day. You know, he's posting up on social media. I honestly think it's a gimmick because no matter how much he trains, he doesn't have the ferocity that he had when he was younger and angry and on the streets.
Yeah, he's
surviving.
He's still scary though.
He's too comfortable. He's eating too many avocados. You know, he says that he's not touching his wife. He says that he's not trimming his beard. So he's got like some rituals that he does.
Yes, he does.
Eating healthy and all that. Like he focuses on the fight. He says he is, but come on, the dude's slamming a slice of pizza every 2 weeks. You know, secretly. I really think so, but we'll see when it comes down to it. We'll really see what's going on.
Yeah, it sounds like it's going to be very entertaining, so everybody check that out. That's going to happen. What about the world of WWE? Is anything going on in the world of wrestling, Gunner? What do we have to report?
Cody Rhodes is still the champion. Roman Reigns is still licking his wounds. And we got, the girls division is popping with booties.
Big old ones.
Everybody, this is the Run and Gunner Video Game Podcast. We're here for you. We are the Video Game Podcast. We're here for you every Monday. Maniacs, thank you for listening to our show.
Thank you
Maniacs.
We
not
love
only
you guys.
finding our show, but then going on to listen to other episodes of the show. We're trying to make them as fun and entertaining as possible so that you can use them to get to work and back and have a good positive mindset.
And entertain yourselves as you go along.
Don't play with yourselves.
Long rides and
entertain yourselves.
Through your long days. And we're just trying to make these days easier as you go through them.
And teach you
just
something.
so we could help you and guide you through this quick day. And these daily episodes on these Mondays or whatever day you're listening to it, it's going to entertain you. We guarantee that's going to happen.
It is. And it's gonna give you a better mindset. You know, we make fun of you, but if you listen to the show, we're actually kind of
guiding and helping,
making fun of you because what you're doing is stupid. And when you stop doing stupid things, then you can open up your mind to doing intelligent things
and great things,
making inventions, or writing history, or achieving great success, or finding happiness.
And that's all we want for you guys in the long run is happiness, greatness, awesomeness, and
we love
coolness.
You. The Runner and Gunner Video Game Podcast, we love you.
We love you guys out there.
And we're always going to love you,
yes,
no matter what.
Even if you hate us, we're still going to show you love back because that's how
we are.
We're
still going to. Because you could hate us, but we didn't do anything to you, and you didn't do anything to us. And so, with that harmony, it could rain on rose petals.
Yes.
And we will pluck them to give to you so you could see a visual. We are the Runner and Gunner Video Game Podcast. We are visually entertaining radio. And we just want to tell you that we want your happiness. We want the happiness for your mothers, but not just your mothers, but your sisters, your brothers, your fathers, your uncles,
your aunts, your cousins, everybody
your
out
children,
there. Your nieces and nephews too.
Your women and your children especially.
All of the above.
All the men, we want them to take care of those who are weaker than him. And let his masculinity shine like a light in darkness.
Yep. And it shall rise when the time is ready for it to be rosin.
Everybody.
Like a rose in springtime and bloom.
The Runner and Gunner Video Game Podcast.
And that's what the Runner and Video Game Podcast is.
We're here for you every Monday morning on Spotify and this special YouTube edition.
The rendition, that is.
Well, this actually isn't the YouTube rendition.
But
we have a rendition you could watch. It's the same show, but it's done twice.
And it's a little bit compact. So you guys got to relax and listen to it. We're more all out. We're more open. And in this show, it's more spread out and more ideas, more thoughts, and more input into it.
Yep.
But in the rendition, we pretty much compact everything and make it just as great as it once was. And it already is.
More ideal for the working man and the working woman on the go. So everybody out there, have a good Monday.
Have a great Monday.
God bless you.
God bless you all.
In the name of Jesus,
That's
his
right.
son. Let him bless your day. Have a great Monday.
Have a great
you
Monday,
know what?
everybody. If you can have a great Monday, then you can have a great life. Love is the key, everybody.
Mr. X.
Quit looking at my profiles!
Mr. X.
Why are you looking at me?
Mr. X.
Stop cyber stalking my mind!
Mr. X.
Solid.
Runner Gunner, not responsible for any injuries, postponements, or collateral that may occur during or post segments of our entirety of the show. You are now or have been listening to. We would like to add any involvement with similar subjects in the show are completely coincidental and may or may not be facts. We would also like to thank you, Lennox.